The new chapter of Garten of BANBAN brought us new strange characters. Join me to meet them and create them with clay. So get comfortable and enjoy this video. Chapter 6 starts right when we go down in the elevator with the sheriff and he mentions to us that now there are hundreds of angry animals that want to capture us. Also in the elevator is a Stinker Flynn, but he is unconscious. Now what we have to do is to use the drone to press a red button on the wall, and we also have to pick up the grey card from the table to be able to open the grey door. Just when that door opens, we hear a lot of laughter, which seems to be from the naughty ones. As we move down the long corridor, the lights go out and the sheriff shouts at us to run because we can't stay in the dark. The sheriff quickly turns on the lights and we arrive at a quite different place as there are many trees and a house. He also mentions that this is where he took refuge when the humans abandoned him. He also mentions that he was found by the Queen and Bitter Jiggle, and again he reminds us that we are there to get the Queen's scepter as soon as possible, as it is the only thing that can help us to stop the naughty ones and seal the gates. The scepter is in the room behind the big red door. That door opens by activating 4 switches that are scattered throughout the different sectors of that place. The naughty ones despise the light, so if we stay in illuminated spaces, we will be safe. So, the next thing to do is to find a way to travel safely from one area to another through the darkness. Now, we have to climb some large pipes to reach a small room that is at the top. When we enter this room, we realize that it is completely dark. We will take some small lights that are on the table, and when we turn around, we will find a mysterious character. Her name is the Nanny. The Nanny is an Oxford blue humanoid, acquired with the aspects of a pig that has a ballerina's skirt connected to her body, a light blue snout, and 2 white glowing eyes without pupils. She is one of the only monsters in the video game that lacks an animated representation or depiction. The others are the Baby Opila, the Givanium infants, and the Bitter Jiggle clones. The Nanny has the least screen time of all the characters, only appearing for a few seconds in that house, and it is impossible to escape her attack. When we reappear, she is gone and will not appear again for the rest of the chapter. She is also one of the few characters that really makes us uncomfortable and causes a lot of terror. When the player returns from the potentiality sector, BANBAN reveals that NABNAB had appeared and was up to his usual mischief. BANBAN thought that the only way to avoid trouble was to lock NABNAB in a cage, which is exactly what he did. In the potentiality sector, we found a letter referring to the spider and most likely referring to NABNAB, which mentions the following: the reclamation team has failed to recontain Case 8 for the 5th time since its escape, and the death toll has reached double digits just this morning. As per management request, awareness meetings about Case 8 and its dangers with mandatory attendance of all staff will be held weekly to ensure minimal losses of life. We ask management to consider ordering a different approach to recontaining Case 8 as the current methods prove futile every time. We suggest a non-violent approach that consists of luring case 8 to wherever it can be trapped instead of going and looking for it. Our experts propose that another case, similar to case 8, in appearance mannerisms, will pique its curiosity enough to lure it out of hiding. We await management's decision on how to proceed. Case is not ready for presentation. NABNAB makes an appearance in Stinger's fleeing dream sequence, where he can be seen sitting on the left. He remains there until Captain Fiddles is kidnapped, which causes NABNAB to get up and chase the boss responsible for the kidnapping, but in doing so, he is hit by a second boss. NABNAB remains in the cage until BANBAN and Bitter Jiggle open the door of the scepter room. Before entering the room, BANBAN decides to free NABNAB from the cage and immediately goes elsewhere. However, just as we are about to press the eject button to release the scepter, NABNAB unexpectedly appears and presses the eject button too many times, which causes Bitter Jiggle to panic, so NABNAB immediately stops. The scepter comes out of the chest, but Bitter Jiggle realizes that the scepter is missing a piece. Sir Daradu then enters the room and confronts BANBAN, Bitter Jiggle, and NABNAB, revealing that he plans to take the scepter and search for the sheriff and the surgeon. BANBAN then says that this won't happen and orders NABNAB to join his side, comforting him in the process. However, BANBAN suddenly injects NABNAB with Gibanium and throws him into the corner. NABNAB then transforms into his hellish form and fights Sir Daradu. NABNAB, in this form, grew abysmally. His eyes are now completely black, his teeth look bigger and sharper. In addition, he has darker blue spots and looks like a spider. His fight against Sir Daradu allows us to escape along with BANBAN and Bitter Jiggle while the naughty ones chase us. And that was the last time NABNAB was seen in the chapter. It is not known if he survived his fight with Sir Daradu. Most likely, he is just unconscious and was saved from being possessed by Sir Daradu.
This is where they realized that everything they have worked so hard for was all for nothing.
Once we run away from Sir Daradu, we have to head to the road full of bushes. We have to hurry and follow Bitter Jiggle. If we turn back, we realize that one of the naughty ones is following us. Bitter Jiggle stops and tells us that he doesn't think he can keep up with us, since they, referring to the naughty ones, appreciate his jokes. Besides, he tells us that it is the only chance to have an audience and he's going to take advantage of it. So he says goodbye and jumps into the void to go with the naughty ones. Meanwhile, we move towards another elevator together with BANBAN, but when we get there, the lights go out. When they turn on, we realize that Nabnalina, Tamataki and Shamataki, Bambalina, Opila Bird, Kirisaurus, Tarta Bird, and Bitter Jiggle were possessed by Sir Daradu, and he mentions to us that everything we have worked for has been in vain, and that we will be a good addition to his army and finish what the Queen could not. But BANBAN turns and tells us that he will hold him so that we can flee, but not before giving us one last mission to find the surgeon. The elevator descends, and the last thing we see is the brave BANBAN fighting against all those beasts. This has been all for the moment. I hope you like Hellish NABNAB. the Nanny, and the NaughtIfied monsters made of clay. If you want me to make the other clones of Peter Jiggle, let me know in the comments. Also, I invite you to subscribe and leave your like. With this, you support me a lot. Greetings, take care, and see you in the next video.